When I started this series of videos, I told you a little story about my life, and there was a reason for that. I talked about my children, and if you're a teacher, you need to remember all those students in your classroom, there's somebody's son or daughter, and most of those parents want the best for them, just as I did and do. That doesn't mean that you're going to pass them through the class or give them easy grades. It means you're going to do whatever it takes so that they gain the knowledge required to pass your class. And if they don't do the work and they don't acquire the knowledge, you can't pass them forward. Remember, these students are going to become lawyers and doctors, maybe a surgeon. Heck, maybe they're going to become the car mechanic that fixes the brakes on your car. You need to be sure they have the skills and hope that nobody passes them through. We're trying to create quality members of society. And as you go through teaching, make sure you document everything with email. If there's a meeting and you discuss something, when you're done with the meeting, you get back to your computer, follow it up with an email, just reviewing what was said to be sure there's no confusion. If you feel you're doing a good job, document it. Make sure that the administration knows what you're doing. And if you don't feel like you're being fairly evaluated, let someone know about it. Move up the food chain to their boss and their boss. Get the associate superintendent if necessary and the superintendent. Let people know. The job isn't worth keeping if you're frustrated and you're not being properly evaluated. For many, teaching can be a thankless and lonely job. Even if everything is fair, the work you do may not be fairly compensated. And very seldom is anyone going to notice the extra things you do to provide a quality experience for your students. If you expect in teaching to be constantly patted on the back for a job well done, I can tell you it's not going to happen. Also, over the last few years, it seems to me that fewer students want to be an honorable representation of their family, as I did and still do. They also don't seem to have pride and unity in representing their school like they once did. And hopefully, this will change. Things seldom work out the way you expect them to. I mean, if they did, I would have never met my wife. Also, if they worked out exactly the way we thought they would, my daughters would have been just simply signed up for those AP classes, and there wouldn't have been that controversy, and they wouldn't have heard an adult doubt their abilities. And you know, I think hearing somebody doubt what they could do really set a fire under them and made them succeed. Now, there's going to be a lot of times when you're talking to your students, you're not going to agree with their ideas, their thoughts, or even their work ethic. But you should still be sharing your experiences, because doing so is going to help them find their path through life. Now, even the brightest students often don't know what they're going to do when they leave high school. It's terrible. Our schools do not do a quality job of providing the students with career exploration so that they can figure out what they want to do when they leave the school. And for those students, a career or technical center or a two-year college is probably best, because they need to figure out what they want to do so they're not wasting time of their lives. I truly think that everybody, students, adults, should have a 10-year plan so that they know what the target is, what their goal is. Their path might not be straight to get there, but at least they have a goal in mind. Students, teachers, all adults truly need a happy distraction. There's been research that tells us that students who are involved in music and sports and art do a lot better academically. But the reality is, it's not just students, it's adults too. We all need something to look forward to. When you get old like me, they call it a bucket list. And if you have a plan and you make the right decisions in life, You'll have the freedom and flexibility to do what you want when you want to do it. You know, there's been some really, really good years at the school. And then honestly, there have been some that were truly a nightmare. But I've always enjoyed teaching. I liked having the audience, my students. And now my audience is here on YouTube. I've enjoyed making videos and answering questions recently about van builds, especially electrical. And I currently plan on doing more videos on van builds, travel, and a lot of personal finance to help people find their financial freedom faster. I would be honored if you would join me. If you'd like to join my audience, it's simple. All you have to do is click the subscribe button below and click that little bell icon. By clicking the little bell icon, you'll be notified every time I upload a video.